These treadmills don't just burn calories, they burn lives. And in this episode, the only thing heavier than the dumbbells is the body count. So renew your gym membership because we're talking about jock violence and fitness horror.
So it's the new year. People have these New Year's resolutions. A lot of people want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. So we're watching these movies to get inspiration.
We're inspiring fitness, Derek.
I love your donut shirt.
Thank you
That's
very much.
perfect for the topic.
I thought we were going to talk about fitness donut in my mouth.
Speaking of donuts, I think my DoorDash is here.
Oh,
so
for
I'm
real?
gonna be fitting these chicken tendies in my mouth later.
Oh, you got chicken tendies, bitch. Well, hey everyone. Welcome to Don't Be Dead. I'm James.
I'm Derek, and today's episode is called No Pain, No Gain, because we're talking about killer jocks and why we love them.
And why we love them. Shivs and spandex. That's the theme we're gonna go with today. Spoiler alert, this show is for people who we assume have seen these movies. So there.
Yeah.
You have been warned. We wanted to deep dive into two films specifically. So it's Death Spa and it's Killer Workout, aka Aerobicide.
And Death Spa is aka Witch Bitch.
Wait, really?
In Europe and Asia, apparently.
Oh my god.
That was its alternate title, Witch Bitch.
Fitting.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
We should have included this in our witch episode.
She's just a bitch. I don't know about the witch part.
She's such a bitch. She's making her problem everyone's problem.
When every time they would cut to her and she's just like pushing the buttons going, and I was like, you petty bitch. Like, even in death, you can't just stop trying to be the center of attention.
I know. It's so pick me.
So pick me. I mean, I can relate though.
I know.
But okay, before we get into those movies specifically, it's game time. Today's game is called Deadlifts and Dead Bodies.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I am today's overzealous, handsy personal trainer, and this is Derek's first time at the gym, and we're playing Deadlifts and Dead Bodies. So, are you ready, Derek?
Yes, I'm so ready.
Okie dokie. Now, this is trivia, and I did it as multiple choice, so to make it a little, not ridiculous. And it's based on mostly the two movies we're going to talk about today, but a couple other like fitness-based horror scenes, mostly deaths or near-death experiences. So here we go. Just a couple questions.
Okay.
Number one, in Death Spa, the hot weightlifter in the blue tank top, whose name is Robert, apparently I had to look that up, is torn apart while working out on what machine?
The chest fly machine.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, I'm gonna. Oh, wait.
Sorry.
I don't know how to. I'll give it to you. It's so the options were A, treadmill, B, butterfly machine, but that's what it is. C, the lat pull down, or D, the seated row. So there you go. You got it.
This was practice. This is practice round.
That's good. Fantastic. You did a great job. That's a standout scene. That's a standout man.
Well, the thing is, what I don't understand about that scene is like, how was he getting ripped just in the rest position?
I think it kept pushing back. Like, I think it was like it kept pushing beyond what the machine would normally be allowed to do. And then I even put it in, I wanted to talk about the fact that, and we can just say it now, and we'll probably say it again later, is they say, let go. And he says, I can't. And I'm like, why?
Why not?
Why not? There is nothing stopping you, sir. Like, I do love when it like bursts, like his rib cage bursts with blood, and then he dies. So practice. That was practice. I actually had a bonus question at the end, so now that bonus question will be the official last question. So
beautiful.
Now we're gonna start. In Death Spa, again, Laura is blinded and nearly dies when which part of the spa fills with toxic chlorine gas? Give me a damn second. A, yoga studio. B, sauna. C, swimming pool. D, massage suite.
It's B, sauna, James. Final answer.
B, sauna. Final answer. That took a long ass time. Can we
I'm
move
doing
this
good
to
so far. I'm doing good.
You're doing great. In Death Spa, Marcy, and again, all these characters' names you would never know. Marcy is killed in the locker room after being impaled through the back of her head by an object resembling what? A, a hook, B, a spear, C, glass, D, a barbell.
It's be a spear, James.
It
Final
is
answer.
B, a spear. There you go. That's
Poor
good. That's
Marcy.
good.
Poor Marcy.
Everyone left. I love when everyone leaves after like 17 deaths happen. Everyone's like, they're like, you're the last one out, and they're like, okay, see you later. And I'm like,
I'm gonna go
no, bitch.
get naked in the shower by
Yeah, I'm gonna
myself
go
in the
take a
dark.
shower
Yeah.
alone. Yep.
Yeah.
And this also kills me too. Why do none of them just shower at home?
I don't
Like
know.
you're all going home, I think. It's the end of the
Yeah.
night. So, but that's fine. It's okay. That's great.
Maybe she
Um,
works third.
That's true. Because I don't think she was meeting them out after. I don't think she was gonna see them later. Because usually there's a party after or something.
Yeah.
Killer Workout's backstory centers on a fatal accident involving which of the following? A, sauna, B, elliptical machine, C, spray tan booth, D, tanning bed.
D, tanning bed, James. Final answer. Yeah.
These are easy.
More tanning bed in horror, please.
I was shocked at how many when watching these movies and kind of like looking into the trivia and then like looking into just like fitness, spa horror in general, how many tanning bed deaths and accidents and such there are. There are many, and we
Mm-hmm.
still need more.
Shout out Final Destination 3.
Pew, 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 pew. In Killer Workout, what is Rhonda's real first name? A, Victoria, B, Valerie, C, Veronica, D, Valentina.
I wish it was Valentina, but it's B, Valerie.
It is Valerie. What unusual weapon does the killer repeatedly use in Killer Workout? I don't even have to give you multiple choice. You said this earlier.
Let's go through
What
it
is it?
anyways. Let's go
Okay,
through it.
fine.
Yeah.
A, pool cue. B, giant safety pin. C, barbell plate. D, hair dryer.
A hair dryer would be really cool as like a murder
That
weapon, you know?
right. Okay, so you already said shout out to Final Destination 3, but I wasn't going to leave her out of the trivia game. So, what
Please.
are the names of the two characters who die in the tanning beds in Final Destination 3?
So
A, Ashley and Ashlyn. B, Mindy and Miley. C, Tara and Kara. D, Kenzie and Lindsay.
I think it's A. Does A sound right?
Yeah. Yes, there's Ashley and
Okay.
Ashlyn. I had completely forgotten too. Completely
Yeah.
forgot.
They don't
So
need names because they are
they
so
don't even need
iconic.
them. No,
They don't need them.
they
Yeah.
don't. Now,
They don't.
in also Final Destination 3, what you have like 100 right now. You have 100% score.
I'm
Um,
freaking out.
right. This is insane. Don't fuck this up, Derek. In Final Destination 3, what exercise is Lewis performing when the equipment malfunctions and ultimately kills him? A, bicep curl. B, kettlebell swing. D, I'm sorry, C, deadlift.
Wait, what? Start
D,
over.
okay. JK, LOL. That was fun. So A, bicep curl. B, kettlebell swing. C, deadlift. D, chest press.
I'm gonna go with D, chest press.
It
Yes.
had many names, but yeah, it's a chest press. He was doing the something, and the thing came
Yeah.
down and smushed. I don't
Mhm.
think that machine even actually exists, but that was the motion that he was doing.
Yeah.
Because it's an absolute safety hazard. Okay, what weapon does the killer use throughout Fatal Games? Is it A, the shot put, B, the javelin, C, the discus, or D, the high jump bar?
I think it's B, the javelin.
Oh my god! Oh, this is like the podcast is over after this. Basically, this is the
You
last
can't put that pressure on it. You
question,
can't put that
and
pressure on it.
neither of us have ever gotten 100 on these quizzes. So
No.
here it is. In Graduation Day, Pole vaulter Pete dies when what piece of equipment is sabotaged with spikes? A crossbar. B, the pole grip. C, the landing mat. Or D, the dumbbell rack.
I think it's the landing mat.
Oh my God. Guys, that has been Don't Be Dead. There's no more podcasts. There are no mountains left to climb.
What else is there?
I've seen and done everything. Holy shit, Derek. You just won. You're the first ever winner of Don't Be Dead games, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you this dumbbell.
Oh my God, it's because I'm
This
dumb.
is yours. Yes, exactly.
Yes.
This is yours. This is only 15 pounds. I think I broke my arm.
Oh,
Congratulations.
I'm out of breath now just looking at it.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot. How do you feel now, Derek? Derek, how do you feel? Coming at us live from your tanning bed at the Starbody Health Spa. How do you feel?
Crispy.
Her personality's burnt.
Burnt.
That doesn't even make sense.
All right, that was fun.
Okay, Derek, let's talk about jock violence.
Jock violence. Well, have you ever done like a New Year's resolution where like you want to like, I'm losing weight, I'm going on a diet? Has that ever been you before? Like
Yeah.
January 1, I'm changing my entire life.
Yeah. I'm also the person who is like, well, I'm going to do it before everyone else, and I'm going to start end of December, which never happens.
Yeah, I'm that person every Sunday night. I think like Monday, I'm going to do better. That's me. I have a case of the Psalms. I think that's what they call it. The SOM. Start on Mondays,
Okay, that's cute. I like that.
Yeah.
But you don't.
I do sometimes, and then I don't.
I do, then I don't.
Yeah.
You know what? I never even attempt to be better, so then I'm always winning. I have a case of.
You're right where you want to be and need to be.
Well, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm where I have to be. I am where I am, Derek, and that's on facts, and that's on fitness.
That's on facts and fitness.
It's on facts and fitness. Just so you know. So now, Dirk, which movie did you want to discuss first?
The one that I'm most excited about, 1989's Death Spa, directed by Michael Fischer.
I was gonna say, I was like, I think it sounds like it looks
Fischer,
like it's pronounced Fischer.
Yeah, I think he's Austrian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good for him. Also funny because it says this movie does say 88 and 89. It said so.
When did y'all make this? Okay, so what's funny too is you said 88, 89. The VHS says 88 and 1990.
Like,
so
what
when?
are we doing? When?
So
when? They were going through post-production for about 2 years.
They must have been. But real quick before we get into this, I mentioned earlier, the European title for this is Witch Bitch. That's cute.
That screams, Derek. That screams.
It actually does.
Derek.
If there's like a European like VHS tape of this that says Witch Bitch on it, hold on. Can I just look real quick to see if that exists?
Check the eBays, Mercari. Also, we literally called our witch episode Witches Bitches.
I know.
We will discuss that she is factually, as far as the movie suggests, not a witch, but just very much a bitch.
Like, I mean, you get an idea there's some like poltergeisty shit going on, but like confirmed until like the third act, kind of,
Yeah, because when we are introduced to David, the character of David, who is her creepy twin, who's the ex brother-in-law of the main character, Michael. I was like, look at this gay guy checking out the guys on. I thought that's why you had that. Michael, this gay checking out the guys on the security camera. His introduction is but then we're led to believe that. Well, I don't know. I guess they don't really suggest that he's straight, but they don't like totally tell us that he's a gay. But
they lean into him, I think, being a queer character. They don't say it. They don't come out and say it, but like I think it's implied.
They're kind of giving like this. It's almost like they wanted like a psycho approach of like he's dressing up
Repression.
as yeah, the
Yep.
repression of it, but he dresses up as this like dead character and whatever, but they also
His
don't fully
sister.
lean
Yeah.
his sister, but they don't fully lean into any of it. So it is kind of a plot twist when you find out that he is doing those things, but it would be weird to put that on the poster and literally call the movie Witch Bitch.
Yeah, I know.
So, but in Europe, they don't care. Plot twists be damned.
They don't
You're in Europe.
care.
Yeah.
They don't care about spoilers in Europe.
No. Give me movie.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
My throat.
You okay? You okay? Stay hydrated, everyone. Stay hydrated. It's a new year.
It's a new year. Drink your
Mhm.
water.
Control your controllables. The economy and the world and everything might be going to shit. I don't know, but you can
At
drink
least
more.
90 ounces of water a day.
Yep. Mhm.
Michael Fisher also directed another.
It didn't even.
Scared the shit out of me though.
Yeah, I'll play the whole way. Okay, there you go.
He also directed My Mom's a Werewolf, that came out in, I think, 1988 or 89 as well.
I still haven't seen that, but I'm
Cute
excited because I know
movie,
she's in
cute
it.
movie.
Yep.
I love the, name Starbody Health Spa. Like, how fucking 80s is that? I love the interior of the gym. I'm just gagging
I
over the decor.
so the title reveal, girl. The lightning and the storm, Starbody Health Spa. The lights go out except for the letters Death Spa. Like,
Yes.
come
Oh,
on. Like, let's
it's
not.
so good.
And bitch, that is a crane, a one-shot crane shot that starts in the air, goes
Mhm.
into the front door, through the lobby, and then reveals like you're saying, like the set design, the colors of the spa,
Yes.
like this
Yes.
gym. I want to go to that gym. And
I
then it
know.
keeps going. I was like, this is actually, and then when the lights are going off, it's punctuated by music.
Mhm.
So it starts off like fun and flashy, and then they zoom in, and the music tries to be serious, and then the lights going off is kind of punctuated by that music. And I was like, what am I getting myself into? Now, the opening does not um kind of set you up for anything to come because everything after that is absolutely bullshit bonkers in every way. But
It's like they're just
I
pulling things out of a hat. It's like, "Okay, what can we
yes,
do
yeah, we'll
next?"
do
You know?
this, we'll do
Like,
this, we'll do this. Yeah.
yeah.
And but I loved that opening. Hashtag cinema. Cinema.
I was listening to a little bit of the director's commentary, and they were it has, like, the director and I think the producer, and
Is
maybe
the director on the director's commentary?
he is. He's on it as well as, like, 2 other people, so fuck you. When he was talking about how that shot was such a pain in the ass, like, they did it, I think he said, like, "I think we did this, like, 180 times before we got it
Oh my
right."
gosh, I
'Cause there
believe
was
it, but it's perfect.
it was a lot of, like, different, colors they were, working with the neon lights. I think
Mhm.
and then, the big lightning bolt had to hit at the right time. There's a car moving and like you said, the crane going into the gym, like, complicated setup. But kind of right off the bat, you see a real familiar face, Ken Foray,
And motherfucking foray.
what a king. What a king. What a body.
Mm,
What a body yaddy for
who would have thunk?
yeah.
I will say it's early to say maybe, but underutilized.
Definitely in the movie, you think he's gonna be more of like a hero character. They kinda set him up that way,
Mhm.
to introduce him so early. You think that they're gonna use him a lot more, but, like, they
Yeah,
sprinkle him throughout.
yeah.
Another familiar face you also see, is Brenda Baki. Brenda Baki, are you familiar with her?
I don't think so.
Oh, she's the lady in the intro. She plays
Oh,
Laura. She plays
Laura.
Laura who gets, like, the
Oh,
chlorine in her eyes and burnt?
yes. I
Yeah.
wanna I
She
wanna
plays
ask
the
something.
yeah.
Sorry, because she's doing beautiful dancing to a really fun song.
Oh, the
Um,
music slaps in this
the
movie.
music in this movie, in both movies, I will just say off the bat, I was like, where's the soundtrack? Where are both soundtracks? Because this is amazing. So, she's killing it. She's doing great. Um, why is she touching herself in the sauna?
I don't know. I wondered that too. So
Okay.
she all right, so she's dancing, she's doing her little like dance workout, and
Mhm.
I guess Ken Forey's character, he must work there, I guess, because he says, I'm locking up, it's just you or whatever.
I think he's
And
security. Yeah.
yeah, and so she's like, "Okay, but let me just run to the sauna real quick." Like, bitch, that's the thing you do when you actually have time to do it, not when they're like imagine being that worker that just wants to go home and this bitch has the audacity to go to the fucking sauna and lay down
And
and like
what?
touch herself.
He's like, I'm gonna lock up and you're just gonna be here alone. And she's like, cool. So number one, you're not really security. And number two, the 80s were too trusting because
I
what in the
know.
world? But yeah, she was like, I just want to go like rub one off in the sauna, you know? Like, what the fuck? Like at nighttime. It was just so weird. But continue because I have a lot more thoughts on her and the character relationships in this weird fucking movie.
You said she rubbed one out. Let's go rub one off in the sauna.
She almost did. She almost got there.
Yeah, unfortunately, she gets stopped because the steam in the sauna starts burning her skin because of
Mhm.
chlorine vapors.
We find out it's chlorine vapors. Yep.
Yeah, because in
Yeah.
the moment you're not sure what's happening. She just starts screaming because there's steam, and it's like, what's happening?
Yeah, it's we only find out after like a weird like 80s dance song again that happens in place of dialogue, which I noticed happens a lot in the movie, and then like a weird ADR hospital scene where all of the audio is added afterwards. And then they're like something chlorine. I want to know your thoughts. Well, specifically, Michael's reaction. Can you tell what are your thoughts on Michael's reaction to finding out that this girl has been burned by chlorine vapors?
um, you think he'd want to look into that a little bit more, don't you?
I do. I also would expect any bit of emotion.
Yeah.
He doesn't even seem to know her or
Yeah.
care. And so I was like, oh,
He's just
he's
kind of
visiting,
emotionless about it. Yeah, just
emotionless about it. So he was kind
yeah.
of, I was like, oh, he's just checking in on this person because she was at his spa. And then we do find out later that they are intimate. And I really hope
Your
that she
boyfriend,
found out,
girlfriend. Yeah.
boyfriend, girlfriend, I hope that she found out later that he was completely unbothered by what happened to her. And I hope she found someone better because that was one of the many times that people acted like the atrocities happening at this death spa were just meh.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, okay.
I know we're jumping ahead a little bit, but like, do you remember the scene when like, she has her bandages covered and he's like trying to be all like sexy with a piece of asparagus in her mouth?
I wrote that down to not forget to discuss. And so let's go there.
Let's go
Let's
there.
see. Let's see. Oh, this is what I put. How many girlfriends does the protagonist have?
He's got
That's
so
like
many. He's
so
got
many
so
fucking
many.
girlfriends. Everyone's like, so I'll meet you later. I'll meet like we'll
Yes.
talk afterwards. Like all of them want to get in his pants. And he is not even
Yes.
like that, like whatever. He seems to touch and kiss and flirt with everyone. And then what I specifically let me just read this verbatim. Let's not forget the passionate necking scene at the dinner table with the woman who got burned with chlorine or whatever in the opening. Because at the time of writing this, I still didn't know her name and I still didn't understand her relationship to him. And I said,
Her name's
"Who's now
Laura, and
blind?"
that's his girlfriend.
And it's
That's
his
his number
girlfriend.
one.
And I was like, "Who's
Yeah.
now blind?" Question mark, which makes sense. Like her eyes would have been affected by the vapors and stuff. And I said, weird romantic music, feeding her asparagus. She's gonna pee so much later.
But he's like putting it in her mouth, like almost like a dick,
Yeah,
like
like,
and trying to make her like
and
eat it in a sexy way. Bitch, it's asparagus. That's not sexy.
and her response is, "I might never take off these bandages."
It's so hot.
So hot. You know what I think? I think his pangalang is really small, and she thought that's what it was. I don't think she knew.
She's
I don't think she knew it was asparagus.
that's right. Yeah.
This hot, small,
We're
salty
used
thing.
to
She was like,
this.
"Ooh, ah."
Sorry. I don't know, jumping ahead. That's the scene that sticks out. Like one of the scenes that sticks out the most in that movie is that
It had to be
asparagus
said,
part.
though. It had to
Yeah.
be said.
Oh my
Wild.
god.
It like the amount of times the movie sets up nothing and then gives you like a follow-up or a payoff to a thing that they never established. It happens so many times. We did jump ahead, but there was one character that this also kind of happens with. One of the few people besides Ken Foray that I recognized was Chelsea Fields, who I recognize from The Birds 2. Land's End, I think it's called.
She's so pretty.
She's so pretty. I forgot her name in this
I
movie,
think it's
like,
Darla.
more Darla, thank you.
Darla.
And, she pops up and she gets more screen time than most of the others, leading me to believe she's gonna be the person we follow. And when I tell you this movie abandons her so fast and abandons many other characters so
It doesn't really
fast.
follow anyone, does it? You know?
No, it doesn't follow anybody. And then I mean, these movies exist to like introduce you to characters and then kill them, but this movie has a knack for not even introducing you to the characters it kills. You will just see so many people suddenly die. And I'm like, who are you? Karen Parsons is in this movie. Karen
Karen
Parsons plays
Parsons.
Hilary
Yes.
Banks from Fresh
Yes.
Prince. So she pops up a couple times. She's, I think, gonna be in a weird threesome with Michael, maybe. I don't
She was
understand.
getting like 3 months free because the shower, incident, right?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. But
Yeah.
then they say something about like, can you handle both of us at once? And he's like, I'll certainly try. And
I
then
know.
the other girl says later, she's like, can you handle Michael for the both of us? And she's like,
Yes.
okay. I'm like, what do you mean handle him? The shot stays on her, putting on her lipstick for a long period of time. We never see her again. She's
Never.
not at the Mardi Gras party. She is nowhere to be
She
found
could have
after
been
that.
there, maybe just in costume when you didn't know, like
Maybe. I think she
yeah.
got cast in Fresh Prince, and then she was like, I can't be in your fucking movie anymore. So she was one of a handful of characters that literally just simply disappear from the movie
Yeah.
because we see Darla during a creepy scene actually where she's like dressed in a costume and you kind of think like, is this the killer? Is this his wife? Like, what are we doing? We see like a figure.
She's dressed as his burned,
Yeah.
deceased
And
wife. You
that's what I was
think
confused. I wasn't sure if she was dressed specifically as her or just like an old hag. But I was
I
like,
think
that's
as an old hag, but because
but still.
Michael
So
even,
insensitive. He's like too soon.
yeah, he's like, it's too soon for
Too
that. Yeah, she
soon.
just played out, so maybe not necessarily her wife, but he took it as that, I
But
think.
so she kind of smirks. She goes, never see her again. Darla was erased from the movie after that. But like those are the characters I would expect you to kill. I would expect you to
Yeah.
introduce them to me so that I like them in some way maybe and then you kill them. But there's even more but we'll get into them because there's so many
Well,
like
this
random red
happens a lot in
herrings
Killer
and
Workout too, the trope of getting introduced to characters or not, and they just
well
die, you know?
well, yeah,
Yeah.
and the thing I think Killer Workout at least commits to that, where like
Yeah.
every character you see on screen has an end of some kind. I was just so confused. I'm like, did I miss it? Did I miss something? Like, did I miss where Darla was like, okay, guys, I'm moving to the East Coast, or where Hillary Banks is like, okay,
Going home
I'm
now.
I'm
Yeah.
going home now. Yeah, like nope, she's put on her lipstick and supposedly going to see Michael later, and then we see Michael later. She doesn't see Michael later.
Yeah.
She doesn't see the end of the movie. I don't
I mean,
know.
a lot of people die at the end of the movie, so maybe she ends up dying in that pile of people. I don't
Maybe,
know. Yeah.
maybe.
But poor Darla. So uh she does have a strange accident on a diving board. Like the screws just come loose on their own while she's on the diving board, and like she falls in the pool. And like they made that
Yes.
scene sound so like the sound, and they made it so dramatic for what it was. I'm like,
Mhm.
she literally just fell in the pool. She's gonna be fine, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
like because she even says like the thing almost fell on me, and I was like,
yeah,
it fucking should have. Like
but it didn't.
that,
Yeah.
but it didn't. But I think that's when we around the time we are introduced to the detectives
Yes.
who are just more characters that we are introduced to, although they both have finite endings. Um, it, they, it's
They
okay,
they you
wild.
they close the loop on the detectives. They
They
definitely
close the
do.
loop on the
Mhm.
detectives. There are so many kind of like side things happening that uh don't really like they do connect, but none of them ever affect the outcome of the movie. No one is doing anything that virtually actually affects what happens in the movie. But
This plot has layers to it. There's a
layers.
lot of
Death
layers to this
Spa
plot.
has a
Yeah.
lot of layers. There's
Lots of
the
layers.
multiple floors of this spa. Let me
You
tell
could
you.
call it Death Onion almost because it has that
Death.
many layers. Yeah.
She just peels. She
Yeah.
just peels. Neon. Every layer is a different color of neon.
So yeah, the detectives are there to investigate what happened to Laura earlier. Um,
Mhm.
and it's like, well, she was picked up by, city EMS or whatever, and that's why they had to come investigate what happened to her. But yeah, and like you said, as they're there, that's when the diving board collapses, and they're like, "What's going
Mhm.
on here?" And so you quickly find out these are characters that are gonna kind of stick around for
Yep.
the duration of the movie because since they're on like an investigation assignment. So
David says, like, bolts on a diving board aren't controlled by the freaking
yeah,
security system.
yeah, because
Same
there's
with
the
the
gym has a
tiles.
computer system that it like
Yes.
runs the whole thing more efficiently. It's almost
Yep.
like AI kind of a thing, like 80s
Sorry.
AI. Yeah.
We didn't really
Yeah.
establish that. It was cool though. It was like very like you swipe a card to like use the machine and it will adjust accordingly, I think based on like
Mhm.
who you are or something. I was like, that's a cool like thing to suggest. And they don't shove that stuff down your throat too much. So I was like, that's kind of cute because I mean it's not too far off from like the kind of crap we do now.
It's
But
like Peloton now. Yeah.
it's like a Peloton now, but David does mention like the tiles because there's like a steam room massacre, if you will. Lots of boobies flying around.
Lots of
And
boobies.
lots of boobies. Besides the boobies flying around, the tiles start to fly off the walls and attack the girls and whatever. And that's what we mentioned earlier, where I'm just gonna say Hillary Banks. Hillary Banks is getting a couple months for free at the spa because of the incident that happened. No one died, but
Because
people
she had
got
a bad
hurt.
shower.
She had a
Yeah.
bad shower. Yeah, the water wasn't hot enough. But I did find out it was they used a porn casting agency for the girls in that scene
Oh.
for the trivia lovers. So I mean, I'd love to go back and watch and be like, I mean, I wouldn't recognize them because I wasn't, the porn I was watching was not there was no ladies in there. But to go back and see, what kind of work they did. I'd love
Yeah.
to see their other films.
Where
Um
are they now? Kind of a
where are
thing.
they now? Where were they then and where
Mhm.
are they now?
Good
Yeah,
little nugget there, James. I didn't know that.
but yeah, so the security uh, system is like kind of what the spa is known for. So they have like a security room with carpet,
Carpet
carpeted
is
flooring.
everywhere. Yeah.
Oh God, it's so 80s. It's so 88 or 89 or 90 because they don't even know when the movie came out, but it probably was filmed in 86 or 87. It's
I
so
know.
that time. So yeah, carpet on the floor. Blech. Um, I did also notice. I'm so sorry. We're gonna jump around now because my
I love
ADHD.
it. It's okay.
There's like a key to get in the security room because this is a
Mhm.
high tech, for the late 80s, a high tech spa security system, whatever. It's kept in this room. Only David knows how to use it. David. So it's
Dad.
locked. And at one point, they're like, keep David out because we suspect David is a cross dressing serial killer. So at one point, when they say the door is locked, it's not. Somebody walks right in without using a key. And I was like,
No.
okay. And then when they leave and the door like opens. And as it opens, I noticed that the other side of the door doesn't have a doorknob. So, like some doors that like they're just like you just push them open and they have
Yeah.
like almost like a metal rectangle.
Yeah.
Like cut.
It's like a bathroom door.
Yes, it's like a bathroom door. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, so I once I saw that, like the door almost, I feel like if they had let the shot go on, you would have seen the door like open and then swing back and close again and like do this, but they cut it. It was wild to me. Like this maximum security
with
system
this with
door,
the dual with it's a door that goes both ways, you
it just
know?
goes both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes both
The door
ways.
was by. Yeah. Loved it.
So what we learn is that um the owner of this gym, Michael, his wife died back
Oh,
in like
wait,
oh,
wait.
can I hear you?
I'm here.
Oh, there you are. Okay. That's what all right.
Wait, you're cutting.
I was doing that on purpose.
You bitch, you stupid bitch.
That's what it's that's what I saw
You're
your mouth moving, but nothing was
you're
coming
really
out.
good. You're really good at that. You're a really good fucking liar, Derek.
So we learned that he has a wife, and a year ago she set herself on fire. I guess because she was depressed after what they have a miscarriage or something. Um,
Yeah, they barely touch upon that.
yeah, you really have
Seems
to
like a
infer a
integral.
lot in this plot because there's so much they cram in to this like hour and 20-minute movie.
But again, it's an onion. They add so many layers, but they don't ever like dive into any of the layers.
They don't have
They
time
have this
to.
they don't have time. They're like, we can't go over
Do
80
not have
minutes.
time.
They had like a burning wheelchair vision that I thought was cool. I was like, okay, this it's giving
Lots of
like
dream
80s
sequences. Lots of dream
rock
sequences.
video, lots of dream sequences. Like Derek said, you have to kind of like put some stuff together on your own, but there's some things that they basically just tell you in like a throwaway line. So there's a
Mhm.
character introduced later who's like a parapsychologist or something.
Yes,
And
parapsychologist. Yeah.
parapsychologist, he like touches a thing and he's like, your wife burned herself alive after the baby was miscarriaged and you blamed yourself. And I was like, what? Wait, what? We
He
don't
said,
get to
"You
find that
read
out.
that in the paper." Well,
Go any
David kinda
further.
hints that they thought that, Laura and Michael were having a thing
Oh, yes. Yep,
before she died or whatever,
right. And
and
because
Laura, like,
Laura, when
denies
she's
it. She's like, "I
yeah,
never I didn't do
yeah,
that," you know?
yeah, she's like,
Yeah.
I know you think that, whatever,
Yeah.
but
But I'm keeping these bandages on forever. Yeah.
exactly, yeah.
Listen, I believe I think Michael was a cheating asshole.
He probably was. That's the thing is, but then we don't get any follow-up from that. So I think that they were
Yeah.
supposed to, you know, he was no victim. What was his wife's name? Catherine. Maybe Catherine wasn't all wrong, but but she was a bitch. So
She had her reasons.
she had her reasons.
James, so, this club is gearing up for their annual, like, Mardi Gras
The
party.
Mardi Gras
It's a
party.
Mardi Gras party,
Yeah.
and apparently, like, all these new members are coming, it's like a big night for them, and everyone's excited for it, everybody's getting costumes. We need more Mardi Gras horror movies.
Yeah, I was like, "Well, what else is there?" And I think I said, like, Hatchet, and you said Candyman 2,
I
but,
think it's
it would
in
make
New Orleans,
sense
I think
because
there is, like, a Mardi
it's
Gras
called
moment.
it's called Day of the Dead, right?
It's called Farewell to the Flesh.
Ah, fuck. Is the 3rd one called Day of the Dead?
Yes.
So I've never done, like, a Mardi Gras thing before, so I was confused why people were in, like, full costumes. Like, she's dressed as, like, an old hag, and there's, like, a clown, and there's a Joker, and there's a this, and I was
It's like a
like
Halloween costume
like a Halloween
situation.
party,
Yeah,
because I thought people would wear masks and throw beads, but they're in full costumes. Also
yeah.
unrealistic because people who are that attractive would not wear those kind of costumes. People who
Like the
have like
frumpy clown costume,
yeah,
no, they'd
muscles and
be
stuff,
like
no. They're like, "I'm a kitty," and
right,
I
and their name right. It'd be like a
that's yeah,
Playboy Mansion party,
yes. So
just
it was strange.
TNA everywhere.
Mhm.
But good
You
for
know who
them for
should have
trying to do something different and against the
yes.
stereotype of
Mhm.
jocks, you know?
The one person who was not at that party that I wish was there was Blue Tank Top. What did we say his name was? Robert.
Blue Tank Robert, the
Blue
guy who
Tank
has the
Top.
famous line of "I'm beta, you're VHS."
Oof.
What a burn. What a
Bitch,
burn.
bitch, and then he died. So,
Bitch.
like, there's so many fucking layers to that
He read
man.
her for filth,
Mhm.
and she was
He
just trying to
did.
get some,
You know what?
Darla. He was so mean to her.
And then she moved. That's you know what? That's why we didn't see her again.
Yeah.
She never recovered from that insult. But
No.
that's a man that I wanted to see a lot more of in every sense of the word, but he could have been at that party, and I think he would have saved the day, but,
Well, he had the biceps to help, you know?
the most attractive person in that whole movie was Robert, blue, tank top. I did also I forget to say when he does die, they, like, boomerang his death. Did you notice that? So, like, he dies, and it's like like, his body goes like this, and then it goes
Oh, did they?
yeah, it goes up and down and up. It does it like 3 times, but the voiceover still continues like, "Oh, no, he's dead," or whatever. I was like it kills me with these movies when they just didn't get the shot, you know? It's wild to me, wild.
Well,
Um,
when they didn't
yeah,
get the shot, like, what they decide like, the decisions they make in the editing room, "Okay, maybe we can just slow it down and
yeah,
play it
slow
3
it
times," you know?
mhm, yeah, and
Yeah.
that's what they did.
Yeah.
And you know what?
It
It was
works.
gold. It was gold, it works.
I love it. Later on, there's, like, another girl at the gym, her name's Linda, and she gets invited by who she thinks is Michael to go meet me in the
Oh,
basement,
the basement,
and she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna get this, Michael dick," you know?
right? And tells Hillary Banks, "Can you handle Michael? I gotta go." My favorite line of hers was, "I'm leaving." I rewound it. All of her lines are delivered with like aplomb. coming from me, who if you gave me any line, I would just face plant and die. But she like looks around at this disgusting basement after being there for like several minutes, realizes there's no Michael, and she goes, "I'm leaving," and then just kind of like floats away. But are we
She
supposed
doesn't
to?
leave. She doesn't
She doesn't
leave.
leave.
She doesn't
But
leave.
and then the pipes suddenly turn on, and same mo, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of this, but it's the chlorine whatever shit comes out and burns her. This time it's a liquid, not a
I think it's
steam.
like acid
Okay, it's
is
acid out of the pipes. So does the
pouring on her.
security system now control pipes?
Yeah.
Okay.
In this gym it does. Yeah.
In this gym it does. Yeah, like it's gonna, how much weight can you lift? Oh, because we didn't even say the guy before when he dies, it's like 150 pounds, 160 pounds, 180 pounds, and he's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
ah, and then he dies. It also controls, the acid levels in the pipes naturally, and it controls the lights in the lobby. All of those in one
Her
system.
death though, the practical effects were giving in this.
When you think she's dying, because girl, she's not dead. The poor thing. When
No.
you think she's dying, so good.
I
And
mean,
it
it's
was
like her
weird
skin's
because
just melting off,
it's melting
basically.
off. And it was weird
And
because her
yeah,
her acting is like, ah, and I was like, what's happening to her? And then they cut and they show us the practical effect.
yeah.
Mm,
So you think she's dead because they cut
mhm.
away. It's like, all right, well, she's RIP girl.
Yeah.
And then that parapsychologist emerges again, after Michael told him to go fuck off.
Yeah.
And he like makes his way down to the basement and finds her body, but she's still like whimpering, and she
That killed me because
I wasn't expecting it. Yeah.
this movie didn't really commit too much to the deaths up until this point. The deaths would just happen. They were quick. They were whatever. They were meaningless. And then then they show us this melting corpse body who's whimpering.
Basically going,
Derek,
Mom,
her heart was still beating, but her chest was open. Her heart is beating outside of her. I was like, what the fuck? And then
Yeah.
the parapsychologist, he's like, and
He
he
like
flies around.
the ghost shows up of Catherine shows up and he like points his gun at her, but then like his hand explodes instead.
And it's like a
His,
ceramic hand. Like
yeah, his
it's
hand just randomly explodes. So, and that's the end of him.
and that's the end of him. What a useless character. It's
I
a
know.
combination of, again, like another person who like is there to, you think, maybe solve something or uncover something or move the story. No, just there. Just there. Also chain smoking. He's in like the scene with Michael. I think he lights like 3 different cigarettes and they're only talking for 90 seconds.
I know.
But my question is then, because we do find out later that Catherine, the dead wife, has possessed, I think, her brother.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not psycho where he's mental and thinks he's his sister. It is that her ghost has actually possessed David. But it's also like her ghost has possessed the security system. But
Yeah.
then it's like her ghost can also just be walking around on its own. So Derek, what the fuck?
Well, let me explain it.
Like, please do. It sounded like he was getting pleasure out of the things with talking to the sister, and I was like, I don't like that.
Yeah, I think he was in on it. He was fine with what was happening. He wasn't necessarily fighting it.
His
I think
kink,
he
his
liked it.
kink was his kink was possession by dead sister. So
Yeah.
very niche.
But you nailed it though. That's exactly what's happening, James. There's nothing else to it. She is doing exactly what you said she's doing. She's possessing the security system. She's possessing her brother. She's possessing like
She's
pipes,
possessing. She's possessing.
tile. She's possessing. She's giving. She's giving bitch. And she's doing that.
She's
So
she's giving bitch.
she's giving bitch. Then it starts getting into this other subplot with the lawyer who's Michael's friend,
Yes.
but he has like a secret like ulterior motive where he wants to like get control of the gym, I guess because it's so successful.
As a red herring, I was like, oh, okay, they're gonna try to throw us off. But they had already kind of
They shown us that it's a possessed or like a
they
haunted gym
already
already.
they already
Yeah,
told us it's like a possessed haunted gym. So then
yeah,
having this lawyer situation, I was like, it's not even red herring. Like, why is this even here? And then again, it serves no purpose because
Well,
the
it serves the
girl that
purpose
he's,
of watching shitty characters meet like a gruesome end.
I guess that's true.
Keep going.
I'll keep going because, okay, he's like, I'm going to sabotage the gym and I'm going to get ownership from Michael and I'm working with the other partner, blah, 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 whatever. He gets the files from who he thinks is Michael. He hit the lady over the head when she was in costume. He does not flee the scene. He goes to the party, meets a lovely lady, takes her and gets naked in the spa.
Yep.
When they cut to him at the party a couple of minutes later, I think I choked because I was like, what? Like
Why are you still here?
why are you still here? This made no sense unless he was trying to do the whole like, because
This is
like,
my
look, I'm right
alibi as
here.
I'm here at the party.
My alibi is I'm
Yeah.
here at the party, but
Mhm.
also Michael already like basically fired him, found him out, and told him like, so you being at the party actually would make it worse. Cool, great. I think he dies by wood plank. Did a
His
wood
head just
plank?
kind of explodes,
It
doesn't
looks
it?
like
It just
something
kind of falls
comes out of,
apart.
yeah, he
Yeah.
goes to the sauna with this beautiful woman who she was giving.
Yeah.
Her body, stunning.
Those
Face
highlights.
hard, period. Yes. And when she was like scared and screaming, sense of urgency.
Mhm.
There was a sense of urgency. But
You cared for her.
the reason she was scared and screaming was because Michael, in the middle of them, they're about to be intimate, his head explodes. But you know, as one does. But it looked like something came out of his head and I couldn't figure out what it was. But then she starts backing up and the wood planks start shooting out of the sauna. So I'm like, I think maybe a wood plank
A
shot
plank
through
got
his
him?
face.
Okay.
But
Because
like,
you
yeah,
just
but
see
there's,
it happens so fast and you just see like brain on the floor, you
yeah,
know?
it
Yeah.
just, again, no, like, there's no setup to almost anything that happens throughout the course of the movie. But the other accomplice in this supposed almost scandal is the girl who got hit in the head, right?
Yeah.
Can you take us through one of the best moments of the movie,
Where
please?
she's in the bathroom and just randomly explodes. I mean, I, am just like, at first I had to rewind it a couple times. I'm like, did the mirror that exploded, like, was that
It
what kind
The
of
mirror exploded
made her
and
explode? But it looked like
and
she
ex
just spontaneously combusts, you know? It
I'm gonna
just,
say it was the mirror. It was
okay.
Catherine controls the mirrors and it
And the
exploded
bodies.
and the bodies and it exploded the shit out of her head. And oh God, it was amazing.
It
And
was
it was one of the few
amazing.
characters that I was like, okay, I think I like her because the detective finds her.
Mhm. Oh
And
my
she's
god,
like,
the detective. The
the detective,
detective.
and she's like wounded, and she's
Yeah.
like, ugh, I loved this detective. The only like rational person who seemed to have a purpose in existing in this film was the female detective. So she finds this woman, and they keep cutting to her, like bringing her like through the party, and she's like, get out of the way, get out of the way. Like, I've got a wounded person. Goes to the bathroom. The shot it's a great shot. It's like she's in the foreground, in the background in the mirror is the foreshadowing in the mirror is
Mhm.
the other lady with the wound, the head wound. And the detective is like, "Are you good?" And she's like, "Yeah, I think so." She's like, "Okay, because I gotta go." The detective leaves. Within seconds, she's looking in the mirror, and the mirror starts to like shake and vibrate, and then explodes, and it explodes her head. But it's just so weird because the movie is full of sudden deaths. Again, no
There's no
setup,
rhyme or reason to any of
no
it.
rhyme or
Yeah.
reason. There's no logic. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know. There's no. It's fine. It's great. But some of the deaths are kind of lackluster. They just happen and then they're gone and then on to the next one. And then some of them, that's why this one caught me off guard so much. Like the girl with her heart beating out of her chest. They didn't have to go so hard,
Yeah,
but
no.
they did. And this one's like, cool, we're gonna save our money, like the budget for this head explosion practical effect, and they blow her head all the way off. Amazing. But
Perfect.
and then the door opens and two girls find her and
They
then they start
scream,
screaming.
"Ah!"
Yeah, and then I
And
think
chaos
then
ensues,
it's
you
the
know?
chaos because listen,
It's like
I
Carrie. It's
it's
like
like, yes,
Carrie, yeah.
it because the place starts burning down and I noticed I'm like they're going for a Carrie right now because
Well,
the
and
music
shit
even
just random shit
changes.
starts happening. There's the girl
Mhm.
that, like, gets her hand stuck in the blender, you know, she, like, was
Oh,
joking
yeah.
with someone earlier. She's like I
The
think she
guy
works at the
detective.
bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, early in the movie, she like pretends like her hand gets caught, but it was like, it's just
Mhm.
a tomato. And then she like sticks her finger in her mouth. I'm like, bitch, you are making food for people. Don't put your
Right.
finger in your mouth. But
Disgusting,
this
yeah.
time the blender's actually like grinding her hand off,
That was gross.
and
It
the
kept
male
going,
detective's
ugh.
trying to help her to no
Mhm.
avail.
Yeah.
But then one of my most favorite deaths in the movie happened to the male detective right after this.
Yes.
He ends up like in the like the freezer or whatever, fighting
Mhm.
all these random objects, but then like a frozen fish comes back alive and like just kills him. The
Death
fish kills him.
yeah, yeah, I think whatever it was that they were eating earlier naturally comes alive, and I think, like, eats like, it rips his throat open while the diet pills are exploding in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, death by exploding diet pills and frozen fish.
Oh,
I
so
liked him,
good.
though. I liked him.
But meanwhile, when all this is all going on, Catherine has incapacitated Laura and has tied her down to their high-powered tanning bed and is trying to fry her to death. Like,
For a demon, demonic, witch, possessed ghost, whoever she is character, who can do anything and kills everyone pretty quickly, she doesn't kill Laura.
she's mad at that hoe. She wants to like
And
make her
make her
suffer.
suffer.
She wants to make you suffer. You know
Yep.
what's crazy to me? And I was thinking about this. Okay, plot hole. But
Butthole.
If it goes to Catherine, all she wanted was Michael to kill himself and to be with her. Why didn't she just kill him? Just like she
Possess
killed these
him.
other people, you know?
Well, kill him, or she could have possessed him and made him do that.
Yeah.
Over. That's the whole movie.
We wouldn't have a movie.
Oh, they even do show a part, like a dream sequence where she's like, "Michael, come to me and we can be," and he like
Oh,
throws
and he
himself.
like jumps off the balcony in his
Yeah.
dream. Yeah. Yeah.
David has powers, then doesn't have powers because Catherine has powers, and then I don't know. But another thing, we're in the party, Mardi Gras party. Catherine is killing bitches. She's walking around. So
Hmm.
there is clear direction given to Ken Foray to look out for Catherine. And he's like, huh? They're like, I know. Look out for David. Look out for David dressed as Catherine.
Yeah.
Do not let anyone in the security room. What follows is a scene. Now, because everyone, okay, all right. I feel like everyone knows Catherine. They know about Catherine. They knew Catherine. They saw Catherine. She existed. She was the wife of the guy who owns the spa. This is not a stranger to anybody. They all know what Catherine looks like. When she's walking literally through the party, no one bats an eye.
No.
No one says anything. No response. She
Like,
walks into
didn't
the
you
room.
die last
Didn't
year?
you die last year? Isn't your picture actually in Michael's office? And every girl in this place has been in Michael's office. So it was in the newspaper. The parapsychologist even saw it. The other guy, there's like a guy dressed as a pirate or something like that. And he's told, he was cute. He was told to go keep an eye. And again, look out for someone dressed as,
Yes.
when she walks in, he goes, "Miss, you're not supposed to, excuse me, miss, you're not supposed to be in here." You like,
We call
it's
those
just,
himbos, James. It's a bunch
oh,
of
okay.
himbos. What do you
Bunch of
expect? You
himbos.
know?
I was confused. I was so confused for the last like 30 minutes of the movie. And maybe that was the point. You kind of get another one of those scenes where the character is more just like everything is like a mild inconvenience. All of the death happening is just a mild inconvenience. Michael finds that pirate guy dead with his costume removed, and he just kind of like walks over and goes, "Ugh, ugh," like another dead body, and just like keeps it moving. It was the weirdest thing. People's responses to everything in this film was weird.
It was wild. Ultimately, Michael saves the day. He fries the computer system.
Mhm.
Uh, David, still possessed by Catherine, burns alive, and
Yep.
some of the people in the club escape, including the female detective. Right?
Yes.
She
Yep. She
escapes.
gets
She
out. She gets
survives.
out.
Yeah.
Male
Final
detective
girl.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, final girl. She makes out. Well, this is what okay. So one of the best parts of the movie was Catherine burns again. Okay, the metaphor of it all, right? She burns again. Everyone is kind of doing nothing again to move the story forward. They're doing nothing to stop anything. They're all a bunch of himbos, idiots, just a bunch of random people in random scenes with random deaths. And then the female cop literally pulls up with her gun finally and says, "Fuck this computer shit." Blows open the door, destroys the thing, saves the day. Literally, she was like, I'm sick of all of this white bullshit around me. All of you stupid white idiots. I'm done. The skeleton of Catherine is like on the ground. Well, really, it's the skeleton of David, right? Who's possessed by Cat.
David.
It's fine. It's yeah, whoever it was. It's like a skinless, like burnt skeleton starts to come back and is like, ugh. Boom, 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 and shoots that corpse in the head multiple times, and like the eye I think explodes or something like that, and then it's like a freeze frame, and then cut to producer credit.
Yep.
80s song.
Yep. Done. Very abrupt ending.
Very abrupt, but I probably would have enjoyed the movie less if that detective had not like pulled up the way that she did.
I gave it 5 stars. I really like this movie.
You really, I could
tell. I
tell.
really
I
enjoy this movie.
I did want to acknowledge the aerobic instructors. There's like a male aerobics instructor who's wearing like several pairs of socks over his shoes. And I don't know if that's a thing. I love it, and I think we should bring it back. I wanted to just put that out there before we go to Killer Workout.
I saw that little, slur too. I was like, I see you, girl. Yep.
And the thing is, who was not at the party and who did not die and who was not part of the drama? That bitch.
Her.
She said, I come here, I get my coin, I go home.
Bye.
That's it.
Work parties. Imagine. Ugh.
Right. No, thank
you.
Oh, no. Unless there's free alcohol, which there technically was a lot of, it seemed. Oh, wait. Or were they drinking
Diet Pepsi?
Okay. Because at one point they were like, she was like, there's no more drinks in here. And then the guy was like, this would be even better with vodka. And I'm like, so there's no vodka in it?
Well, remember they gave them that like some weird healthy coffee or something. I don't even remember what the name of it was, but
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, good for them. That's great. But so Death Spa, she's done. I don't think they reopened after that. Yeah. So now, of the 2 movies that we watched for this episode specifically, the one that touched my heart the most was Killer Workout.
You're kidding.
AKA Aerobicide, bitch, from 1987. This is directed by David A. Pryor. Get her name right. And besides the fact that David A. Pryor's brother is gorgeous, which we'll get to in a second. Yeah, this movie just was a lot. And there's a lot that didn't work. The stuff that didn't work, I think I loved. So
okay.
The opening scene. Because Derek and I love openings. So listen to our openings episode. The movie opens with this like super fun 80s bop, and in place of any dialogue, in place of any voices at all, it's
inside this cute 80s apartment too, with all this 80s decor.
Adorable. I love like the big front door we saw when she walked in. We saw when she walked out. The kitchen was cute.
And so this 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2,
so
3, 4,
she
5, 6,
gets
7,
like some messages on her phone, which one of them I love was like, "Hey Valerie, like,
I love this.
Can I borrow this, like your something? Because I have a date with this guy.
Can I borrow your top? Like your tits look better than mine.
But I can still make it work. The guy with the incredible bulge in his pants." And I was like, and she's like, "Okay, Valerie, just let me know, Valerie. Bye, Valerie.
Bye, girl."
And I'm like, why does everyone keep saying her name so much for this faceless character? Because it's the weirdest thing.
This is the first time you saw Killer Workout. You'd never seen it before.
I'd never seen it before.
Okay.
So yeah, so we never see her face, even when she is meeting her demise in just a minute. So I'm like, why are we don't hear her voice. She gets another voicemail saying she gets to go to Paris and she's going to be on the cover of Vogue or whatever the hell that the magazine was.
Cosmopolitan. She's been on the cover of
Cosmopolitan.
Cosmo. Yeah.
And her agent
But you
must be
gotta
on the
get a
phone.
tan.
Yeah, says, I told them you have a great tan, so make sure you do. And so like we see her feet popping up and down, and then we see her feet go into the next room and put some shoes on. We see her feet walk out the door, like the back of her head. I was like, who is this? I thought it was wow, she's so like such a nobody character that we don't even get to see her face, because then she goes tanning, because what else are you gonna do at 10 o'clock at night? And the tanning machine.
Wait, I love the
Wait,
way she flips while she's tanning, you know? Like
yes. So thank you. Thank you. Tanning beds have two
pieces,
they
right?
have
There's a top and a bottom.
there's
Yeah.
a top and bottom, and the light is on both. So she's
Both.
laying face down, both, which is also weird because like ew, your face is touching the glass of somebody else's. It's okay, but she's laying face
She's
down.
laying down like she's like on the beach or something, or at
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the pool.
And then because they wanted a shot of her backside, and then they wanted a shot of her boobies, which the second they showed her taking off her clothes, I was like, oh, she's dead. Booby shot with a 90-second, like this 90
Yeah.
seconds, this bitch is not living. In
Yeah.
the tanning bed, she flips to get a better tan. So
Gotta keep it even.
gotta keep it even. Body's on point, whatever. The thing suddenly bursts into flames. She gives out the most like troubling scream. It's not even a scream. I don't know what it was. It was very ADR. It was very like it. I was loving it though.
What was keeping
It
her
did
in the tanning bed though? Was there
nothing.
anything keeping her in there from
I
like just
don't.
rolling
Oh, you know
out?
what? I believe you know what it is. When she got in, I think it like electronically went down.
Closed. Okay.
So it was not like it's not like a Julie James I Still Know You Did Last Summer where it
Yeah.
was like
They
zip
zip tie.
tied.
Yeah.
But in the 80s, they loved to pretend that these machines were electronic
Death
because I
traps.
don't think
Yeah.
a single one of them ever was. I don't think that
You
was
just
ever the
you
case.
push them open and close them,
You open it and you close it.
Manual.
But yeah, the thing bursts into flames, explodes. Even when they show her body like burning, the body's barely moving. So she's not even like, ah, she's just like it's like the side of her, and she's just like, ah.
You can't mess up the prosthetic,
Yeah.
you know?
But it's a wig. They're just showing a wigged being. It was the weirdest thing. I don't know. And then
A wigged being.
a wig.
Can that be the name of the episode? A wigged being.
Unbelievable. And then
It's
suddenly,
just a wigged being.
yeah, she's dead, right? Prime of her life. She's gone. We cut to an aerobics class. And the boobs are bouncing. Like
Everywhere.
I think this is one of the
Lycra
many
all
reasons.
up the cracks of
Back-
every orifice.
Yes.
Too.
Oh my gosh, the physiques though, the confidence in these men and women. But I think one of the reasons I kind of give more points to Killer Workout is because the body oddies in this movie, to me, were far superior and highlighted more. This movie is full of aerobics class scenes. There are
Rhonda
so
knew
many
how to make bodies look better than the Death Spa gym. Yeah.
and this came out first, technically.
Yeah.
I believe. I mean,
Star
so
Body Health Spa has nothing on Rhonda's workout.
she demands perfection. She demands it, and then she kills it. So boobs bouncing. Loved the soundtrack. Within the first 10 minutes, it's less than the 10-minute mark. We are on 80s bop number 3. I was like, this movie is trying so hard.
Did you listen to the lyrics of any of these?
I have lyrics written down, and I want to know if they're the same ones.
James, is it the same?
Do yours start with "If you look like"?
Oh, it's like if your body's feeling much too big and you look like Mr. Hippo and Miss Pig, you
Pig,
better
you
work
gotta
out.
work out.
Animal workout.
That is exactly what I put. If you look like Mrs. Hippo and Mr. Pig, you gotta work out. I was like, wait, what? Rewind. And I think it's happening during a scene. Like, I think people are talking. I don't remember.
Well, there's an
I could be-
aerobic scene happening too. It's right
Oh,
before.
it is the aerobic scene.
Okay, wait. So people were just talking. Okay, wait. Sorry, I just had to acknowledge the bop. We can rewind.
No, that's fine. I'm glad. Stay here because when we're talking about bops, we're talking about how many like great songs this movie has. The it's at the end, but I will say it. What is it? I'm a woman on fire, and it frightens me so. And I was like, listen, like, where were the Oscars this year?
Yeah.
Because snubbed. Because snubbed.
Best
But
original song. Yeah.
best original song. But yeah,
Yep.
when they said if you look like Mrs. Hippo or Mr. Pig,
Yeah.
um, wow.
If your body's feeling much too big and you look like Mrs. Hippo and Mr. Pig, yeah, you gotta
You
work
gotta
out.
work out.
Animal workout.
That's fucked up.
That's a great song.
It's a good song though.
They don't make them like that anymore.
I will say one thing that I found charming is well, two things. My version was streaming. I had to watch this on like Tubi or something. The VHS like stripes are still there.
Static starts happening.
Yeah.
I
Was like, was this like a deleted scene? Or I was like, this is the only version of the movie that exists. Another thing is in the middle of the opening aerobic scene, where we first like are introduced to the gym and stuff, mid-word, someone's cut off. So what is it? I forgot what she's saying. I think it might be, it's Rhonda. Because you find out that she had to teach the class of Jamie, the other girl, because Jamie was late, because condoms were falling out of her freaking purse. Because she was planning to get it on a lot, I guess. Probably saying something like, let's move it. But it's like, it is mid-word. I listened to it again today, and I was like, nope, it's literally mid-word.
You mean like how I edit some of our episodes?
How you edit some of the episodes. I'm in the middle of laughing, and you're like, that can go.
Nope, we're tired. Done.
You're done, bitch. That's exactly what they did in this movie. But I mean, I'm gonna say it again. The bodies were fire.
The bodies were fire.
Mm-hmm. The bodies were fire. There's lots of them, lots of bodies. For the most part, I could differentiate each person. There's two guys that looked identical, but I appreciated the fact they gave them two different colored tank tops.
Oh, Jimmy and like Tom or something.
Yeah, because I was like, I don't understand. No,
or
two different tank tops, so we're good. I'm pretty sure also Jimmy was Canadian. If this was not filmed in Canada, because he was like, you just made a mistake. Like it was very that whole scene.
Listen, David Pryor loves a karate moment in his movies.
Does he? Okay.
Yeah. That's like a thing that there's lots of kung fu in this.
There are
randomly random kung fu. But my favorite thing you mentioned, Rhonda had to teach the aerobics class because Jamie was late because all of her purse and shit was, she just shows up late, whatever. And she like rips her a new one in the office. And what I love about it is like, she goes, okay, why don't you go ahead and get ready to close up? And I'm just like, okay, Jamie, bitch, you show up just in time to close. Like,
it's still light outside. Why don't
you just stay home at this point?
Right. My question with both of these movies is also, what do these people do? The ones who don't work there, what do they do for a living? Because every time they show both gyms, in this one and in Death Spa, at any point in time of the day, the same people are always there. It seems like they go there and they work out all morning, day and night, and then they all leave and they go to a party at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Or if you're Jamie, you show up to work right before closing.
Right before close.
And she had the audacity to be like, I'm sorry, it'll never happen again.
Don't get mad at me.
What do you want me to say? I was late. Bitch. Don't even. Insubordination. We've talked about
insubordination. Like, thanks for showing up just to close. Insubordination.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, but the thing is that she's like, but I'll take you to dinner. And I'd be like, okay, fine. I would be like, okay, fine, for some food.
Forgiven.
For some chicken tendies. Did you have your chicken tendies, by the way? Do you have a bite?
No, because I was choking on a hush puppy.
Oh, right. I'll have dinner. I'm gonna have dinner with Moses after. We're good.
So Jamie's closing up, and meanwhile, we see another single person alone in the shower.
Yep.
And randomly, a killer emerges and stabs this poor girl to death with a large safety pin.
So freaking weird.
What an interesting choice for a killer's weapon. A large safety pin.
and way to have no significance to the film. They don't introduce it, and it means nothing to the
killer just
character.
has it. Yeah.
At the end, they just reveal it's her keychain.
It's her keychain.
It's just a cool keychain. Maybe she got it at Disney one year.
Or Spencer's, you know.
Spencer, you know, whatever. Cal
It's just a large safety pin keychain.
Yep.
That's all it is. Queen.
Queen.
It's very
but
giallo, you know.
yes, it is. It's very that actually. Can we talk about that first scene, that first death scene?
Yeah.
Did you have any more thoughts on it before I
Dive in?
Okay. Beautiful girl, which they do literally say later. She was so pretty.
She was so pretty.
And then the guy goes, not anymore.
Not anymore, you asshole.
Asshole. I hated that detective. But in the scene, okay, lovely girl, probably. She gets stabbed with this safety pin. The second she gets stabbed, she goes, ah.
Yeah.
And she goes, she does not scream. She does not fight. Then the safety pin comes back up and gets her again. And she goes, ah, oh, ah. And then like puts up this weird little fight. I was like, I don't know what's happening. Maybe she was playing dead or something. And then
Adam is really quiet. They won't see me.
Yeah, exactly. And she's like bleeding from the neck and the blood's like protruding. Her hand, I just loved the punctuation of when her hand falls, they have this super loud smack sound. Yeah. And then it cuts to the next scene. But yeah, she put up no fight. For these people being like fitness enthusiasts, all of them die like bitches.
It show muscles.
Right. Yeah, show muscles. That's all
just
it
show
is.
Muscles. Yeah.
The only one who puts up a fight is Chuck.
Chuck puts up a fight. He does.
Ooh, that Chuck.
I know. Those biceps.
And he showed him, and he has arms crossed all the time. He was always, oh my God, that man, he knew how to do a lot of things.
He knew how to serve.
Maybe not do his actual job because he was like a private investigator, we find out, or something. But
I know. Well, when we're originally introduced to Chuck, it's like the next day or whatever, and Rhonda goes into her office, and Chuck's just in there in his like blue tank top and his blonde hair and his biceps, just rummaging through her files. And she's like, "What are you doing in here?" And he explains that this is his first day on the job, you know. And I'm like, Rhonda's the fucking like co-owner of this business, and you just have you're just gonna accept that. Like, but she just accepts it. She's like, okay, you know, go clean the toilets, kind of a thing.
And that's not too far off from in Death Spa, where like these things should be, like, these are not like, these things are not okay, and everyone treats it like, all right, well, on to the next. This one specifically, the gym never closes, and we get to a point where
it's like an anytime fitness.
It's like, well, no, I mean, after the murders, but sure. Yes. It's like an anytime fitness. You just let yourself in. It's just not, I don't know, a 24-hour gym.
You said it never closes.
It never closes. Well, like my thing is like, after
they find the dead,
so many dead bodies, it's like business as usual.
It's fine.
So many times. And then they always cut to an 80s bop. They always cut to one of those great 80s bops in an aerobics, whatever. Like there's like a trio of people. One guy gets killed with the pin at a fence, and one girl gets her throat cut, and somebody else is stabbed in the car. I love that whole thing. Great aerobics class. Like it's always a sudden jarring cut to an aerobics class. At one point, even the detective gets like a call, and they're like, "Detective, get over here quick. We found something in the report. You need to see for yourself." And he's like, "I'm on my way." And he gets in the car, and the car he turns on, and then literally there's no transition. Boom, 80s bop, aerobics class. And I was like, and I loved it. I mean, it happens a lot.
You know what I also loved? I loved when Jamie was closing up, but she was rummaging through that dude's locker and was like checking out his jock strap, and she got caught by Rhonda checking out the dude's jock strap.
One of the only times
horny.
She was horny all the time. One of the only times that Rhonda smiled in the whole movie, because Rhonda looked mad.
I know.
All the time.
She looked always pissed off.
A scowl, but beautiful. Gorgeous.
Well, even at one point when Jamie's actually like teaching a class and like having fun with it, Rhonda like calls her to the side and she's like, "Stop just showing off your tits and ass and teach
Yeah,
this class. It's like, bitch, what do you think I'm doing? I'm
that's the
teaching the
whole
class.
this is my selling mechanism. This
I
is what
know.
sex sells if you didn't know,
It's just like,
Rhonda.
goddamn, bitch, I'm teaching right now.
Right, we
Like, leave
work
me
at a
alone.
gym. Like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about? But then I guess it goes with Rhonda being jealous, we find
She
out.
was jelly.
But Rhonda is stunning the whole time. Every time somebody walks into a room, regardless of what's happening, it could be like, Rhonda, you have mail. Rhonda, someone else died. Rhonda, I have a question. Anytime somebody walks into her office, she's always like, but looks beautiful under
Great
her
hair.
eyeliner.
Great
Great
hair.
hair. Yeah, the face was
Did
giving, the hair was
you
giving.
did you peep Joel Hoffman in here from Slumber Party Massacre 2
I
and
absolutely
Pumpkinhead?
did.
Yeah.
I absolutely
Little
did.
cutie, 80s cutie.
I was like, I recognize him. His name is Brad in this movie. First, I thought of Slumber Party Massacre 2, but it's crazy because in all three movies, he seems to be, I mean, he's an actor, so wow, James, but he is like a totally different person in all three movies. He's in Pumpkinhead as like the
Wow.
sympathetic, whatever. And then in Slumber Party Massacre 2, he is like the himbo douchebag, whatever. But in this one, he is that, but a different version of that. And for some
He's kind
reason
of
in
like a
this one,
mean, kind of gross version.
yes.
Yeah.
And in
Yeah.
this one, for some reason, his body looked the best, but he still looked really good in Summer Party Massacre too. But I'm like, where did he go? Why don't we have more Joel Hoffman
I
in
know.
the world? In the
But they were
world.
having he was doing some kind of not nice locker room talk with this other dude
Not
about
even locker
the
room. They were
dead
in the
girl.
gym.
Yeah.
They were
Mhm.
working. He was like doing this at
Yeah.
the oh, let me get my dumbbell. He was like, do you think the
Give a
guy
prop.
did
Yeah.
her first? And he's like, I would have. And I was like,
I know.
and then Rhonda hears. Oh,
Rhonda
Rhonda
heard.
hears. She
Rhonda
heard,
heard.
and
Mhm.
then someone conveniently had to get bopped on the head
Bopped.
with a dumbbell.
Yeah. And then that other dude got bopped in the head with the safety pin after he found his fucking
Yep.
dead mean
Yep.
friend. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Joel Hoffman, we were rooting for you though. We
I
hope you're doing
was.
well wherever you are.
I hope he's doing fantastic, and I hope he makes a
He should do
comeback.
conventions. I'd meet him.
Absolutely, I would too. We always want to meet like the side characters. He
We
was
love the
he's
sides.
he's a leading man in some stuff, but we love a side,
Mhm.
especially an attractive side. We
After
already
that's when we
watched.
meet Chuck, and then he ends up taking the trash outside and randomly gets in a fight with Jimmy because Jimmy's like, "You need to stay away from Rhonda." And then karate fight is Street
That
Fighter moments breaking out.
he
You know?
Yeah, Jimmy
Yeah,
has many Canadian accent moments, but that's where he says like, "You've been a big mistake."
big mistake.
And then he goes to punch, and Chuck catches it, and he's like,
Yeah,
"Uh-oh,
yeah. And Chuck
ruh-roh."
kicks his ass. And he says like, next time I'll finish it or something like that, or be the last or something. I don't know what he said, something like
Yeah,
that. Catches the attention of this girl named Debbie because she like is impressed by the fight, and she's like, "You want to go for a ride?" And
love Debbie.
while he's on the clock, supposed to be working, he goes, "Sure," and just hops in the car with her and takes off to her backyard, and they're just sitting back there having Diet
Having a
Pepsi,
Diet Pepsi.
shooting shit, and then they start fucking.
Yeah, that's the thing. She wants to slip into something more comfortable kind of moment. She leaves and comes back and is just
Yeah.
like in another gorgeous outfit. And then he's like, I have to go back to work. You should have never left. Your shift had just started. You said,
You just got there.
I'm anxious to start working, is what he said. He actually said, I'm anxious to start working. And she said, go clean the toilets. He not only is not seen cleaning the toilets, he's taking out the trash. And then he
Get into a
finds a
fight.
girl and
Yeah.
leaves in her car after a Magnum PI fight, which I love. Absolutely loved,
Loved it.
because Jimmy was kind of annoying. So I was glad Jimmy got the shit beat out of him many times. Because later, oh wait, but Jimmy roundhouse kicks Chuck into the pool later.
Later, they
It's it,
fight. They keep
they've
fighting.
so many fights. It makes sense though. You said that the director liked to put like a kung fu pew pew
He
moment in there,
It's
but they're
in lots of
great.
his films.
They're
Yes.
so great. They're so great.
There's one that I want to find. I've never seen it, but a friend of mine was telling me about it that he did. It's called it's good. Okay. The title is White Fury, but it's about
Oh no. Oh no, Dirk.
it's not how it sounds. It's like a action explosion ski movie from the 80s. Like
That sounds fun.
on the slopes,
On the
So,
slopes.
yeah, so there's snow. I think that's why it's called White Fury.
We should have watched that for our we'll
Icy
watch that for
kills.
for
I
next
know.
year's
Hey,
Icy
there's
Kills.
always next year.
Mhm.
So there's a red herring named Diane Matthews that they establish in like random conversation with the detective Morgan that Rhonda's talking to, and because the body of the girl that was killed in the shower was found in this girl's locker, and so there's like
Mm.
who. It's Diane Matthews, and they're like, "Who was she?" She goes, "Oh, she kind of keeps to herself. She's not with the crowd or anything." Like,
She's
okay, so
kind of
basically,
jealous.
she's a loser, is what they're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a dumb bitch who's jealous of all of us.
Well, it cuts to we're in Diane Matthews' apartment,
Then
and
they kill her.
they kill her. Okay, so so much for
Beautiful
that
red
red
lighting
herring.
though. The lighting was
Great
great. I
lighting,
loved
and
the
she was
red.
gorgeous. Loved
It
her.
it was weird to have a red herring that you just get it, a red herring with the red lighting that they literally immediately get rid of.
They get yeah. This we're just gonna kill her right off the bat.
The
Yeah,
the movie's kind of full of many things that they set up that I was excited to see where it would go, and it was nowhere. It was
yeah.
actually nowhere. She was one of them because it is like a creepy scene, like the detective's outside, and I
Trying to break
couldn't
in, like get into her house. He goes,
and I
"Open
couldn't
up,"
figure out
you know.
why. Yeah, and she's
Yeah.
she's trying to she's being attacked while he's trying to get in because he thinks that she's the suspect.
So
Yeah,
she dies, and then you cut to the kill. I guess like a killer not really a POV, just go over the shoulder thing. You see the killer's like washing some hands. You see the safety pin, and
yeah.
then you see a wig.
But because the wig could technically that could be a dude, you don't know. But
Yeah,
they show women's it's a woman's hands. I was like, "Oh,
I couldn't
it
tell if it was.
definitely."
I couldn't tell the gender of the hands. It just looked like
They
hands to
looked
me.
very like thin with like longish nails. And I was like,
Oh,
"Oh, that's a girl's hands."
oh.
It's like, "Okay, like one of the girls." But I still didn't really suspect Rhonda.
You didn't suspect Rhonda.
I still didn't
No.
suspect Rhonda
I
that much.
felt
Like
like it was too obvious when I first watched
that's
this. I'm
why.
like, it's too
That's why.
obvious for it to be Rhonda.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
they to me, Rhonda was like the biggest red herring because she was in the background a lot and like hearing
Mhm.
conversations and these people would die. I'm like, well, it's so obvious.
Yes.
Like it's not gonna be that. They want you to think that.
Exactly. I leaned toward thinking it was more until they showed those hands, and I was like, "Wait a second. I thought it was the detective." And then they showed the hands because they also want you to think it's Jimmy, right? They're like, "It's Jimmy, maybe it's Rhonda." And I'm like, "It's not Jimmy and it's not Rhonda." And I was very wrong. On both accounts. I was like, "It's the detective or maybe it's Jamie because she seems like that would have completely thrown me if it was
You would have
Jamie
never suspected
because
Jamie
she is
ever.
this is so the like the only like sweet normal kind of just whatever character even though again she's horny as hell.
Yeah.
But speaking of Jamie, we already briefly touched upon um her death. She dies. It's not Jamie, by the way. There's a random collection of just suddenly we find some dead bodies, and she's one of them. So I don't know why it's an off-screen kill. I I don't know why they couldn't refilm it because it's really bad. But we see her like in the gym. So I was like, "Oh, this is it. We're gonna like she is the killer." They cut to a cop who opens the door, and suddenly we just see that Jamie is dead. She's hanging from a noose, blinking. So she she's dead, but she's like,
The camera kind of
yeah, they could have just they could have just filmed it again. Like I know, time is money, but you could have done another take. You could have filmed for a couple more
you had
seconds.
some time.
We had some time. Weirdest freaking things. Was weird to do it off camera. It was weird to have it have no punch whatsoever. And then weird that she's like still alive. And you had the audacity to put that on screen.
Well, she's first discovered by another random gym member. She's who's telling her girlfriend previously, "We gotta get out of here." And then she goes and like she discovers her, and then she screams, and then it cuts, and the detective walks in and finds that lady also dead,
Yes, that's what it was.
and
Sorry.
her hanging. So it's like
It was
a
a
lot of
bunch of
off-screen deaths taking
a lot of
place here.
off-screen weird, like you had to kind of put it all together for yourself. And I wasn't trying to do that. I wasn't in the mood to like put shit together on my own. Also, she had like a Stalker Channing face. Did you realize that?
Yes, I could see that. Yes.
Stalker Channing. So she deserved
Hmm.
better just for that, if nothing else.
She was
Um,
gorgeous. She was like a major character in the script. It's like, yeah,
that's what I'm saying. A character we establish and we give like not backstory, but like we give her like a
a
couple
little more
lines,
development,
a
and
little
you
more
kind of,
development.
yeah,
And then she's just hanging. She's just hanging.
unceremoniously hanging. I
Yeah.
know. Oh,
So
real quick, did you notice like the teens that were like spray painting on the Rhonda's workout windows. They wrote Aerobicide and they wrote Death
Death
Spa.
Spa.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that. I love that. Yes, I loved both of those. I was even looking in Death Spa to see if there's something that about a killer workout,
Yeah, nods to
to
that.
see if there
Yeah.
was some kind of connection or something.
And then there's some weird sequence with some random dude named Tom. He's like dreaming that Jamie's coming in here about to bang him. And then
Yeah,
clone, like a doppelganger of Tom, comes in the room and like cuts her neck. But then he wakes up and then he's also killed.
for why?
I'm like, what's that about? Like, why is there
It,
more? Why does this random person have a dream sequence?
where Death Spa gave you a bunch of like, they gave you the payoff with no setup. Killer Workout gives you lots of setup and no payoff. When we start to turn the tables on Rhonda, and we start to say, I think it's Rhonda, the detective, who we haven't really talked about much, who is, in my opinion, bland, boring.
Yeah.
He, when accusing Rhonda of possibly being the killer, when he says, Rhonda, I think you're the murderer. He says to her, and I quote, because we've already established that she actually was the burn victim from the opening. He calls her out and says, your name is not Rhonda. You are Valerie.
Valerie.
Right? You are Valerie. You are the bitch who got burned in the tanning bed. And you're mad.
What he says to her.
And what he says to her, I wrote it down so I would not mess this up.
He's such an asshole.
A couple things. Deadpan. You couldn't get a job starring in a freak show. Tells her. Any man would get sick if he tried to make love to you. Deadpan to her face. And
goddamn.
This
shit.
This fucking asshole.
He's such
an asshole. He doesn't even seem like a good cop. I don't know why he's even there. It's another kind of thing like,
well, you find out he's got vigilante tendencies.
Yes, we do get this weird random ending monologue backstory that I have more thoughts on. But he doesn't even like attempt to like get evidence and like do anything by the book first. He seems to have this vigilante mentality just all the time. He's always kind of just working off the cuff on his own. And everything always goes wrong. He's a very bad cop. He's a very, very, at one point during his ending monologue, he says something like, I think my father would understand. And I'm just like, no. The disappointment, your dead father.
We don't even understand.
We don't even get it. Your dead father is rolling in his tanning bed of a grave. He's rolling over right now. Fuck. But there's a death that really traumatized me in this movie. But I don't know what else you want to talk about before I go into that.
Well, is this the point where we figure out, wait, did Rhonda flash him at this point and show him like her burnt titties?
Because I have that in my notes too. So he's like, I know, whatever. And she's like,
oh, that's
what more do you want? She's like, what else do you want from me?
He's like, you really didn't have to do that, you know?
Yes, yeah. He's like, okay, but he's also like loving it. So her burnt boobies are out. Suddenly, after Rhonda is accused of being the killer, because we find out that she is burned. She wears a wig. She was the girl who was burned in the tanning bed in the beginning. So she's traumatized physically and mentally and emotionally and all the things. Chuck is told, like, get out of town. And he's like, I will gladly. I'm done with this place. He says, I'm going to go. He grabs his stuff. He has his bag. He walks out the back door. He gets attacked by Jimmy, like run over, right? Like Jimmy like runs him over with the car.
He runs him over the car and then stabs him.
Over and he picks up like a screwdriver or something, stabs him. And I went, wait, like they're gonna cut to, he's in the hospital and he's like, he just missed a major artery or something, blah, blah, blah. No, literally the next scene is, did you hear? Chuck's dead. So
that's what it is. Yes.
The character that we've been following, essentially, who I think is supposed to be the protagonist,
the hero.
Hero. Rhonda's a side character. The detective is a side character. All of these people are side characters. The main character is Chuck. Chuck dies. Chuck's dead.
Chuck dies.
His death is a throwaway line. Didn't you hear? Chuck's dead. Oh. Who did it? Jimmy. That's weird.
Jimmy. And then we got this random chase that Morgan's chasing Jimmy through the streets. And then Jimmy knocks the detective out, and then he goes back to find Rhonda. And he walks in on Rhonda naked, right? Jimmy was trying to take the fall for her.
Basically impress her by taking the fall, yeah.
He was going to take the fall for her. He was going to kill Chuck. And then I think Jimmy probably knew that Rhonda was the one killing the people around the gym. And he was going to take the fall for that too. Yeah, he was trying to help her out.
And she said, I don't need your fucking help, Jimmy. Blah, 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 blah. Jimmy's a bitch. I'm glad he died.
Jimmy, he was a creep.
So they point the finger at Rhonda a lot. Like, it's Rhonda, it's Rhonda, it's Rhonda, it's Rhonda. Even at the end, I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's
But
Rhonda.
They do show Rhonda put on a wig at some point, though, with her back all burnt.
In my mind, I'm like, maybe they want us to think it's her because she was that victim.
Yeah.
Well, no,
there could have been a man in a wig. Yeah.
It's they're trying to throw us off. It turns out they're not. They're telling us up front it's Rhonda.
The entire time it's Rhonda.
With 25 minutes left of the movie, it's Rhonda. And every time we confront her, it's Rhonda.
It's Rhonda.
And whenever the detective talks to her, it's Rhonda. Can we talk about the monologue? I just went
Yes, please.
Again, this makes up, I don't know, a good 20% of the movie.
It's exposition at the end of the movie.
At the end of the movie that connects to nothing previously. The detective basically takes Rhonda to the middle of nowhere. Now, the killings are done. Jimmy has been killed. Everything's put on Jimmy. And now we basically are told that Rhonda is being looked at as a hero. Jimmy was the killer the whole time, quote unquote. And the detective's not buying it.
Yeah.
Detective drives her out.
Time has passed. Yeah.
Yes. So he drives her out to the middle of nowhere. She goes with him for some reason.
She gets in the car with him. Okay, let's go to the woods.
Bitch, you are in the middle of nowhere with this creepy ass detective who has been telling you, Rhonda, I think you're the killer. Like, but okay, go off. He takes her out there, gives her this backstory about his father, who, what was the name of the killer from the 80s that his father supposedly found out who it was. You know, the dad tried to put the person away, but he couldn't. And then the person escaped. And then no one ever heard of him again because, you know, he knows his dad actually took justice in his own hands and blah, blah, blah. Now, I told you that in a couple seconds. He tells it to us in like 2 minutes. It's so long. And Rhonda's like, you're crazy. I'm not the killer. You're crazy. You're out of your mind. You're crazy. And he's like pacing. It is this weird, long, freaking monologue that just goes on forever, all to find out that he basically is telling us, he's telling her for some reason that he's going to kill her.
Yeah.
He has a shovel. He's like, so I'm going to, you know, do what needs to be done. I'm sorry. He says, and I quote, and he says it like this too. He says, I'm just a man. Justice must be served. The time is now. Like, what the fuck, bro? Shut up. Like, shut up. Literally, I was so happy. She picked up the
I'm
shovel.
so glad she smacked him.
She said, clutch, shovel, pow. And then again, after every death, we have to cut to an 80s song and an aerobics class.
Yeah.
And
does this soundtrack exist anywhere? Because I would definitely buy it.
We have to find it. And it happens after a fourth wall break. We've already established that she's the killer multiple times, but they decide to give us one last reveal, and she's basically looked at as a hero. I love when she walks in and everyone is like applauding. They're
applauding her.
Someone literally says, "Look, you're my hero," and they have like a close up, and she goes. It was the weirdest freaking shot. They're all applauding. And then there's like maybe like a PR person who's like, I'm gonna go run this ad. And she's like, okay, go run the ad. And as she leaves, the camera closes in, and Rhonda or Valerie just gives us the audience one final, it was me, and pulls out the giant safety pin. It's like a keychain. And she flips it open and goes,
yeah, and like looks at and she like shakes it too. Yeah.
Yeah. And just like for so long looking right at the camera, and then it says then it says the end, and then it cuts to another aerobics class. So my basically for a free aerobic workout training, just watch the end credits of Killer Workout. That's really how they should have sold it.
And it's like a Richard Simmons home video.
It's exactly that. And then they show the people who died. But yeah,
Bloody
before Fall
Disgusting in a
Break.
review called this movie enjoyable trash, and I could not agree more.
Yes, it's exactly that. It's enjoyable trash that's being taken out by the beautiful Chuck in his blue tank top. That's exactly what this movie is. I can't believe they killed him, though. I mean, like, it shocked me that they killed him.
I
It was such
know
a
it came. Well, it came out of nowhere. It's like, all right, well, he's gonna take Jimmy out for sure. Nope.
that's it.
You know how you're mentioning like your the what you were watching on Tubi, like it was had like the VHS like static or whatever.
Yeah.
So I had this movie on tape and Blu-ray, and
Nope.
the Blu-ray has moments that like the film like wobbles, and like there's a whole scene. I think it was when you go to the person's the red herring's house that gets killed so quick,
Mhm.
like the light is like flickering the entire time on there, like during that
I
entire
wonder if that was them removing the stuff because during the monologue at the end, it happens the most during his monologue. So if your movie, your Blu-ray blinks during his monologue at the end, I'm wondering
yeah,
if that was their way of removing the
trying to get it out. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it says
Wild.
it says disclaimer, Killer Workout is presented using the best available elements provided by Slasher Video, not sourced from a HD master. It's remastered from a PAL beta and up converted to Blu-ray and DVD specifications. So it's basically like a rip from a beta tape. Yeah.
I'm Beta and you're VHS.
Yep.
Wow. And
Period.
that was Killer Workout.
And
I
that's
will say
Killer Workout.
I don't agree with her motives, but Rhonda was a business owner. So you got to do what you got to do to make a
You
buck.
gotta do what you gotta do. And how dare that detective just like talk her down like that? Like, who does he think he is to
Like
speak to anyone that way? She should have
couldn't get a
shoveled him a long
job.
time ago.
Yeah, exactly. Why wasn't he killed first?
You know what it kind of reminds me of? Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3, like an Angela, like
I
that version of Angela.
I put it in my notes. I said Sleepaway Camp 2 could never.
Yeah,
Sleepaway Camp 2 wishes is what I put in my
yeah.
notes. Because I do like Sleepaway Camp 3 better
Right, but
with
like Rhonda is kind of like one of those villains, Like I wish
Mhm.
we got a sequel to this movie where they could have played in the campiness more. It's like, okay, it's already been established she's the
Yeah.
killer, and so now we're actually going to show her doing the things like Angela does in those two Sleepaway
Or
Camp movies.
if you're gonna kill Chuck and have it be obvious that Rhonda's the killer, I wish that they had done that and then had the last 20 minutes be Rhonda trying to kill the last person and still have her get away at the end and stuff. But I'm like, if you're gonna make it that obvious it's Rhonda, then give us like a Rhonda chase kind of sequence.
My computer's about to die. Help me plug it in. Shit.
Bitch, we've been talking
Um,
for 2 hours.
I know. I've enjoyed this though.
I have too. So we decided to do Derek has walked away, but it's fine. This can stay in the
I'm
episode.
back
Oh, he's back. Derek and I decided to do 2 movies so we would
to
not
make it
talk
shorter.
as long. Welcome to our longest episode ever.
Ever. That's amazing. That's
We
amazing.
we had fuck. So tell me your thoughts just like on comparing and contrasting like quickly.
Well, so what I liked about I enjoy both of these
Mhm.
tremendously. I love Killer Workout, and for a while I used to think this was my favorite one, but upon rewatch, I think Death Spa jumped a little bit ahead because even though they're both ridiculous, I think the
Mhm.
kills in Death Spa just like put that extra icing on the cake, just random explosions and of people, the supernatural element to like just adds
Mhm.
just an extra layer of like ridiculousness to it. Plus, like the gay stuff with the brother David. I'm like,
Right.
okay.
It's
So
doing so much.
there's so
It's doing
much going
so much
on.
and
Yeah.
not a lot at the same time, but it's crazy that they were like you said, they kind of were like, let's just think of as much as we can, and they did all of it. The
I was like, oh
absurdity.
my, the absurdity. I love the costumes. I love there's like a Mardi Gras party. Like this could be like a Mardi Gras movie. So I love like a holiday horror. I'm like, okay, technically this could be a
That's
Mardi
true.
Gras movie.
Mhm.
I love that kind of stuff. I love the interior of the gym so
Oh,
much.
yeah.
I loved all the 80s aesthetics. I mean, both of these have great 80s aesthetics. you cannot have enough aerobics in any 80s horror movie for me.
Nope.
Like, I
True.
love a dance sequence. I love that all.
There's just so many things, which is why I think I was like so confused. But that's the point, I guess. I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, don't ask
Is
me
it
to explain everything about Death Spa because I can't.
I just know it's a good time.
Yeah.
For me, so both movies lack any character development, obviously, which makes them even more fun. Like, it makes them a little more charming, to
Rhonda
care
has some
about.
development. Rhonda
Well,
slash
yes,
Valerie,
yes. I'm not
you
saying that
know.
there's none. It's just like it's lacking compared
You
to
just
like
said
any
none.
normal
So
movie. Yeah, which oh well, fuck. So it's lacking. There's less than, but at the end of the day, these characters exist to deadlift and die. That's what I'm gonna
deadlift and
say.
die.
But Death Spa definitely had a higher budget. I'll say I like the outfits better in Killer Workout. I like the set design better in Death Spa.
Don't you think they're a great like double feature though? Like,
Yes. Oh my
you know what I
god.
mean?
I
A great double
and the thing
feature.
is, I'm still thinking of one and I mix it up with the other one because there's so many similarities. Um,
They could exist in the same universe, really.
yeah, and the practical effects were, I liked the kills and the deaths better in Killer Workout, but the practical effects are so bonkers and more fun and better in Death Spa. So like if one takes the advantage here, the other one takes the advantage here.
Yeah.
Overall, I think I give the upper hand to Killer Workout for more like the kills are more impactful. Um, there's also more 80s bops. There's more aerobics classes. Semi-cohesive plot, I guess. Who cares? But I really want a Rhonda's workout shirt.
I want to, they exist. I've seen them
I
before. Like, there's people that have made them. I think Forrest, Retro Release Media has made Rhonda's workout shirts before. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if I'm gonna like root for a killer, it's Rhonda over Catherine. Catherine
Oh,
can like
100%.
choke.
I'm
So
rooting for Rhonda for sure. Yeah.
yeah, at
Rhonda
the
is
end
the
of the
better
day,
killer
yeah.
by far. I mean, for her to flash her like her burnt titties, I think, what do
Like,
you
what
want
else do
me
you
to
want?
do?
I think
Yeah.
they like you could hear them like they like so
I know,
it was
it's
good.
so
It was so
good.
good.
It's so good. James, thanks for watching both of these and humoring me with this suggestion.
Thank you for suggesting that we do this for like the New Year's resolution of it all. This makes so much sense, and I'm inspired to not go to the gym, but to watch these movies again.
Let's do some find some like aerobics, like home workout tapes at the Goodwill and like try to do
Oh my
some of them.
gosh. We'll do a live stream where we just do the aerobics, and I'll wear
Yes.
my donut sweater.
Yes.
Look at my donuts.
I'll dress like Joel, wear his little short shorts and tank top and
Meet us in the comments and let us know what you think of Death Spa and Killer Workout. You can listen to more Don't Be Dead wherever podcasts are available. Please leave us a review. And until next time, don't be dead.